see a girl in a room looking mighty fine. I know ice blowing my mind. I am shoes, I got the blues. And in the end, it's me that she will choose. You see, it's time over now. Well, she wasn't looking at me. You see, it's time over now. And that is what, well, I believe. And that is what, well, I believe.
And it is all over now. That's the Ryan Matter Band right here on the David Bowers Awards. What say you, John Bon Jovial?
Nice interview. I enjoyed talking with them and with Z. Good music. These guys have got their act together, and it's nice to hear that. Of course, everybody that we have on the show has their act together, or we wouldn't be talking to them.
We've been very
would
fortunate, yes.
That's right. That's right.
And of course, our next guest is sitting in the green room saying, gee, I hope we can keep it all together. Hey, that's one of the great things about the way we try to do this show. It's casual, like we're sitting in the living room chatting. Come as you are. Put your feet up on the coffee table. There's only one. We have two rules. One is personal promotion, self-promotion is highly encouraged. And secondly, bring your own refreshments. Other than that, hey, totally casual. And, oh, yes, bring your own mask.
Yeah, bring your own mask. Got to maintain the social distancing.
Definitely had to do that. Well, I think we've distanced enough right now to move on into our next guest's music. We have this great group I think you're going to love because, well, we've transcended genres already. We've gone from, blues rock to some pop rock, and now we're going to do what has to be classified as a little country rock. Whatever you classify it as, it's good, fun music, and I know you're going to enjoy One Ugly Cowboy. Here they are, Trading in My Cowboy.
Cowboy cheat, cowboy lie, can't keep the barn door shut, and he thinks I ain't the wise. Chains and locks, bleachers closed, key is truck, brake is smoke, saddle up, it's absolute. I'm trading in my cowboy for a pair of cowboy boots. Bye, 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 bye. Like Nancy said in that song, these boots are made for walking strong. He can beg, he can cry, please forgive, but it's bye-bye. Giddy up, I'm on the move, I'm trading in my cowboy for a pair of cowboy boots. Bye, 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 bye. Better hit the road, Jack, and don't you look back. I'm too fond of secondhand love. Give me myself and I have only just begun. Woo! His mama called, heard the news, said she ain't surprised 'cause his daddy did it too. Don't be like me and give your man, he don't deserve a second chance. I said I know there's no excuse, I'm trading in my cowboy for a pair of cowboy boots. Bye bye, bye bye. If you wanna keep a good woman, remember, don't be a snake in the grass. 'Cause if there's lipstick on your collar, we'll take you out with the trash. Woo! Yeah. Saw the girl with my ex Friday at the bar, so I introduced myself. She came undone, completely stunned, threw her drink, pulled a gun, screamed his name, aimed to shoot. I'm trading in my cowboy for a pair of cowboy boots. Bye bye. If you want
There you go. Trading in my cowboy for a pair of cowboy boots. They call themselves One Ugly Cowboy, and direct from Canada, here they are. Jane and Richard, come on in and say hi.
Woo-hoo! Hello!
Howdy.
There you go.
Yeah!
I hope you guys aren't too bored sitting there waiting for us.
Absolutely. How can we be bored talking to you?
Hey, listen, it's a pleasure to have you guys here, and thanks for kicking our butts with that tune. That's a rocker. I like that. That really, that even got John Bon Jovial going. He actually opened his eyes and smiled. I mean,
oh, did he?
Yay!
Does dentures fall out? Or
I have my moments, yes.
Yes,
Yay!
you do. So tell
it's
us,
a fun song.
all right, everybody's going to want to know this. The first thing we got to ask you is, where did you come up with that name?
Well, when we started putting the band together a while back, we were doing auditions, which is, for any band out there, it's a major pain in the butt doing auditions.
Oh, absolutely.
Tedious. But anyway, we had one guy come in, and he just had the worst bloody attitude on earth.
Oh, gosh.
But, we went through the motions and all that stuff. Really nasty guy. And when he left, I turned to Jay, and I said, wow, that's One Ugly Cowboy. And it's...
All went off.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
We have been talking about 14 trillion names, and as soon as Richard looked at me and he said, that's One Ugly Cowboy, I'm like, what?
Yeah. It had a ring to it.
That's a classic. I wonder if he has any idea.
He doesn't.
Oh, no. I've cleaned it up a bit, so I don't think so.
Well, let's
we just put him in a bad day, I guess.
God love him,
It'd be interesting to see after this gets on if he happens to hear this show, if you get a letter from him saying, what about that ugly cowboy guy?
Yeah, you never know, eh?
There you go,
really?
eh?
So since the origin of the name, how long you guys been together?
We have been together almost, I guess, about 5 years now. 5 years.
With the band, yeah.
Yeah, we released our debut EP in 2015, Get Your Ugly On, and we released our first full-length album early this year, pre-pandemic.
And then...
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bad timing, that's all.
Hey, listen, in some ways it's good timing because people got to stay home. They listen to more music now.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's one thing that listening, streaming, even radio is up. Although radio isn't up that much, but streaming is way up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's just crazy out there with streaming. I look at some people's numbers; it's unbelievable.
I got a question here. You say people are staying at home and they're supposed to be listening to more music. I thought we were supposed to eat more food.
Well, we do that too.
Maybe that's why the Michelin Man came looking.
More diets. Absolutely.
One ugly fat cowboy by the end of the pandemic.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
One fat ugly cowboy.
Hey, there you go. We got to.
Bad enough being ugly.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. Now, as David may have or may not have explained to you, I never get to hear the music until we actually play it on the show, so he can get my reaction. And he had mentioned that we're making the transition from blues and rock to country, and so I'm kind of expecting something the pedal steel guitar that's so thick you can cut it with a knife, but.
Right.
I'm
I
listening
did
to
slip
this
in country rock.
Yeah, well, and I like the fact that it has a definite 3/4 rock beat to it, but there is something about the message that is strictly country, and I want to know how you guys came up with the idea to blend the two styles like this in such a unique fashion.
Well. That's a very good question.
That's a very good question.
Well, it's a song that Jane wrote, and she came in and she played it for me, but it didn't really have any chords or form to it. But she knew in her head what she wanted to hear, so I sort of put my little 2 cents worth in. But it's we'll come back. I think we're babies of the '80s, with a lot of rock influences. And then country has changed so much. The borders have widened so much on country that there's stuff that would never be called country, 10 years ago. So it's really amalgamation of those two. There's sort of no rules anymore. You just sort of, people are using samples and some crazy sounds and loops, and it's come a long way from your traditional country, I think.
And for me, it was the title came. It was just one of those. I think every songwriter out there knows what I'm talking about. When you're just walking the dog, and all of a sudden, a title comes swishing into your head, and it's just like, I have no idea actually came from, but it was completely inspired, and then the lyrics kind of just sat down, and you write them out, and the song gets created. It was one of those wild kind of moments where the song kind of created itself in me, and then I presented it to Richard. It was weird.
Well, you, Jane, you formerly cut your chops, as they say, doing Janis Joplin. You did a tribute to Janis Joplin. Would I be correct in guessing that you probably have a little more of the rock influence, and Richard might be the country influence?
We're pretty both ground and country, but it's weird. I don't know. I think we're both so diverse in a lot of things. I know for me, doing Joplin, I've got a lot of blues in stuff I'm right. I don't know if people want to check out the record. There's our new album. There's I'm Sorry I Couldn't Love You, which is completely blues influenced. Joplin had a huge effect on me when I was a kid, and I didn't actually realize what an incredible singer she was until you actually try to sing what she sung, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
This woman was...
Watch it. We're Canadians, don't we?
Canadians are nice, remember?
So are you guys. I know we are nice. But yeah, I was just like swept away by her, like just the emotion that swoops through her. So that for me, that influences somewhat how I write is blues rock. Richard is.
Yes, you're right.
I was trying to take
Very nicely done.
Yes, dear.
Yeah, no, I like all kinds of stuff. I'm all over the place. I love everything from Neil Diamond, Al Jolson, to country, to rock, to Bon Jovi, everything. It all just sort of gets mishmashed. It's no matter what I try to do, it's just that's the way it comes out.
Yeah.
Now you two wrote all the songs.
I'm sorry?
You two wrote all the songs on the Ride with the Wind album. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and Richard did the production.
Yes.
He produced the whole record, yeah, and the EP.
Now, Richard, when you guys are working together and you come up with this music, you head in, as you did for the Ride with the Wind album, and I can't wait to play the title track when we finish talking here, because I love that track. But when you get in there, you're welcome. When you get in the studio and you are in production mode, how much do you have times where you'll find something and you want to tweak it and you'll say, you know what, we need to do this, or that song should have this instead of what we did?
Oh, yeah, I'm a Gemini. I do everything twice or 3, 4, 5 times.
He's the king of tweaking. Oh, my God. Like, just when you think a song is done, it's not. It's
Yeah. Well, see, with the luxury, we sort of recording at home. We have a home studio, so it's so much easier to, we'll have dinner. Oh, I got another idea. Let's go back and change that to this. And Jane, let's go come in and sing this again. Let's try this. Let's try that. It's just so easy when you have the tools at hand rather than booking